Welcome to today's preview of the Arsenal versus Brentford game. You can say it's one of the most important, if not the most important, but I would think City will be our most important. Of course, depending on the Manchester City versus Liverpool game result. Yes, we have, of course, a really interesting week. Really interesting matchup. We have Liverpool against City, which we can watch, of course. Take it easy, sit back a little. If we win, of course. And that's what I'm going to preview today. I'm going to preview our match against Brentford, of course. Brentford, yeah. Well, I don't really know how to predict this match first of all, since Brentford can be, of course, this season it's not very well what Brentford is doing. Brentford has a couple of injuries as well, I think. But besides that, I mean, a bit unlucky and everything in the team, but it's not really doing good. I think. I don't think like Brentford is even if they keep playing like that, and of course if we win, which I expect us to do against Brentford can even drop down to almost the degradation zone, which is not really good for Brentford. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from Brentford. Some games Brentford is just complete, well, with the being respectful, of course, shit. And sometimes Brentford can put up quite a decent match. So let me know in the comments what you think about this match. But of course, tomorrow at 17:30, that is UK time, we will be playing Brentford at, of course, the Emirates, with Ramsdale on goal. Let me know in the comments what you think about Ramsdale's appearance. Could be the last ever Arsenal appearance, with, of course, Raya now having the number one spot. I think it's safe to say. Ramsdale being on the bench for almost the entire season now. Well, not the entire season, but since Raya has played. Of course, against Brentford, Raya can't play since Brentford is Raya's old team. I think Raya is still on loan, but we might buy Raya if we haven't yet. I'm not quite sure about that, to be fair. But yeah, of course, Arsenal against Brentford. Let's jump into the match straight away. Let's take a look at the last results of Brentford. So I have it here in front of me right now. And as we can take a look at, well, you can't see it, but you can hear me talk about it, of course. Brentford won 2-0 against Wolves. Wolves are doing pretty well in the league, so that's not a bad result at all. Also, it was away for Brentford, and Liverpool lost 1-4 at home for Brentford. City won 1-0 at the Etihad. So, I mean, that's not bad, 1-0 at the Etihad for City. Although I have to say, City isn't quite in the best form at the moment. I mean, sounds a bit weird if a City plays like that against Luton and in the Champions League, but I think we personally are playing the best football at the moment, to be fair. I think Gary Neville said such thing as well. Not that I should take everything serious that Gary Neville says, but I think he has quite a point there, to be fair. Of course, West Ham won 4-2 against Brentford at the London Stadium, and Chelsea drew 2-2 against Brentford at the Brentford Stadium. So, Brentford's last result is a draw against Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea, but Chelsea, Chelsea this season isn't quite the Chelsea we know. And Arsenal, Brentford, of course, tomorrow. I think Pinnock is still injured, so that could be an advantage for us. I think one in a row right now. I think we could, if we get an early goal in, it could be another like 4-5-6-0. Who knows? I will be already satisfied with a 1-0, of course. I mean, as long as we win the match, we can just sit back, sit back and watch the Manchester City against a Liverpool game, which, of course, preferably we would choose a draw. Personally, if it's not a draw, I would like City to win, because if City win, we have the opportunity to win against City. If Liverpool win, yes, then Liverpool go up in the league, and we have the opportunity to play City. But what if City win against us or we draw? Then City is gone in the league. So I think, and yeah, you might say, yeah, Liverpool could drop points. Yes, but so could we and so could City. I mean, Liverpool could, but I don't think Liverpool will. Maybe, perhaps, it could with injuries, but okay, I think Salah is coming back as well. Nunez is back already. Nunez got a good goal in Europa League yesterday, or Conference League, Europa League, I think. Europa League, I think, right? Yes. And, well, I mean, yeah, you could say that, of course, but I don't know. I think I prefer City to win because we have the opportunity to do something against City. I know it's not like really positively to think about us going to the Etihad and winning, but I think we could do it. I think we could make a result there. So I'd rather have City win if it's not a draw, of course. I'd rather have City win because we can counter on City, and if we draw or lose against City, Liverpool are gone. So let me know in the comments what you think about that match. Who would you prefer to win? But my preference, of course, goes to a draw, and otherwise I match it's a City win. If we take a look at our last matches, well, we don't play a lot, to be fair, this month. Of course, our Chelsea game got postponed. But yeah, we of course, it looks quite good to have this in front of me, to be completely honest. 3-1 against Liverpool, doesn't look bad. 6-0 against West Ham, doesn't look bad. 5-0 against Burnley, and then of course I won against them and Porto. Porto won 5-0 against Benfica. We responded with a 6-0 to Sheffield, which is also our last result, together with Arsenal against Newcastle. Us against Newcastle, of course, 4-1, which is also a decent result. And of course, Arteta has become manager of the month this month, which I think is quite deserved. I mean, we scored quite some goals. We're playing really good football, to be fair. And of course, tomorrow we have Arsenal against Brentford. I will also go into my predicted 11, which I can actually do right now. I think we will. Well, I wanted to say we will keep Ryan on goal, but it's not possible for this match. We have Ramsdale on goal, which is a change. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. It could mess up with our defense a bit. I mean, everyone is so trusted with each other now, and if you bring a new goalkeeper into that, I know it's not really a new goalkeeper, but Raya quite fits into a playing style, of course. Slow build up in the back, long passes to Havertz, etc., etc. You know how we go. But yeah, Ramsdale in the goal, of course. Let's see what Ramsdale can do. It could possibly be Ramsdale's last game for us, so let me know what you think about that. Would you like Ramsdale to stay? Would you like Ramsdale to go? And if you would like Ramsdale to go, for how much money would you like Ramsdale to go? And, well, of course, Ramsdale in goal then. I think, of course, Gabriel and Saliba, I think both should stay, in my opinion. Then we could have Kiwior, but we also could have Tomiyasu back. I would prefer to keep Kiwior because Kiwior is doing quite well at the moment, to be fair. So I don't mind Kiwior playing. And of course, right back, we have Cedric. No, I'm kidding. We have Ben White. I almost forgot the name. Then of course on the midfield, we could have, well, we have different choices. Would you like to go with Partey? Let me know in the comments. I think Partey didn't look quite as sharp as we're normal used. Well, I'm saying normal, but we never really see Partey play because he's always injured. But I would like to see, I don't know if I would like to see Partey in the starting lineup, to be fair. I'd rather have Partey come on if we're like 3-0 up, of course, with being not without being disrespectful, of course. But yeah, I like Jorginho to start together with Declan and Ødegaard. I think that would be quite a decent midfield. Let me know in the comments what your starting prediction is, and would like to see in our starting lineup. Of course, Saka was subbed off because he was feeling sick, and Martinelli was subbed off, which looked like an injury at the moment, in my opinion. But of course, it was a cut in his foot, so both are fit and well to play, I think. So Martinelli, Saka, and Havertz up top is my preferred 11. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see, and let me know in the comments the predictions for the Arsenal against Brentford game. I think it's going to be a quite interesting game. Depends, to be fair, how we rock up, how Brentford rocks up. If we can get that early goal, we might see another 5 to 6 goals. But you know, if Brentford sit deep, and we know Brentford can do that, it could be quite a difficult game. But as long as we win the match, whether it's 1-0 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-0, well, 10-0 would be nice, of course, but as long as it's 1-0 and we win that match, I mean, we already are up on goal difference. I think we're 10 up on City or something. You have 45 goal difference, so I don't mind the goal difference right now. I think for this match, it's just important for us to keep that winning streak going and win the match against Brentford, so we can just watch the City and Liverpool game and put some pressure on that game as well for a potential draw. If we don't win against Brentford, I think it's season over for us. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, what your predictions are for the Liverpool City game, what your predictions are for our game. Of course, it's a decent game. Of course, on Tuesday, not less important, I would say. I mean, it's Champions League, but would you like to win the Premier League or the Champions League? Let me know in the comments, or both, of course. But we have the Arsenal against Porto game, of course, which is going to be an interesting game. So I wouldn't mind having some, if we're like 3-4-0 up, I wouldn't mind some early substitutions. Bring Saka off, Martinelli, Ødegaard off, Declan off, you know, our star players. and give them some rest for the Porto game, which is of course quickly approaching on Tuesday, 12th of March on 8 p.m. UK time. But yeah, that's the preview of the Brentford game. Let me know in the comments with your predictions. So as I said, what do you think about Ramsdale starting over Raya? Of course, Raya being a player of Brentford, Ramsdale has to start. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And your predictions are, and will we win the league this season?